Hey Internet, welcome to Thermodynamics tutorial. This is a made-up question not found in your textbooks. We got an elevator system. It has a total mass of 801 kilograms when fully loaded. It has 151 kilograms when empty. And there is a balance counterweight of 401 kilograms. So what we want to find is the power when it's fully loaded, when there is a constant speed of 1.3 meters per second, and then the same constant speed when it's empty. We also want to find the power requirement for part 1 and what would be the power requirement for part 2 if it has 801 Newton forces. Okay, step 1, draw your free body diagram, your FBD. This will help you visualize the problem. So we got a cabin or elevator, we got a counterweight, and then we've got the motor. Step 2, list all the given variables, find the unknown. Okay, so we want to find power, the friction power, and then the total power. Step 3, find the power formula. So it is mass times gravity times height divided by the change in time. So distance divided by time is velocity. So our formula comes out to be mass times gravity times velocity. Gives us the power. So W dot is the power. Another way to look at it is work flow rate. Okay, so step 4, find the power. For this instance, we're just going to plug and play because they give us all the variables. We assume gravity to be 9.81 meters per second squared. And then we've got our conversion factors to get into kilowatts as well. So 401 kilograms multiplied by gravity multiplied by our constant speed. Okay, and it comes out to 5.1140 kilowatts. So this is for when we have the counterweight, and if there is no counterweight, the mass would double to 802 kilograms, and the power required would be 10.228 kilowatts. So this is with the counterweight. Step 5, we want to find the power when descending. So the empty cabin is descending and the counterweight is ascending, so the mass will be imbalanced. So what we need to do, I got the difference already, but what you need to do is have 401 minus 150 to get this 250 kilograms. So it should have been a little bit more clearer. So that this is how they got the 250. I just went ahead. Sometimes you just assume other people know what you're doing, but for students that are new, this is how they got the 250 kilograms to get the mass imbalance. Okay, so once again we use the same formula, and one moment, let me copy and paste the formula. So okay, it was there. It was just some visual glitch. Okay. Once again, we use mass times gravity times velocity, and this mass is what we got from the difference of 401 minus 151. Gravity is the same, the speed is the same, so we'll get 3.1883 kilowatts. Step 6, find the power for friction formula. So it'll be the friction force multiplied by the elevation divided by time. So elevation is the distance. Once again, distance divided by time is velocity. So the force multiplied by velocity gives you the friction power. So step 7, we just plug in the friction force multiplied by the velocity, and then make sure you've got your conversion factor. So we will get 1.0413 kilowatts for the friction power. Step 8, we want to find the total power formula. So that's the counterweight power plus the friction power. So step 9, find the total power. So the counterweight power is from step 5, right over here. So the counterweight with the mass imbalance, so you got to get the weight difference or the mass difference. I think a better way to look at that is probably the mass balance. It's probably a better way to describe it, not just mass imbalance. And then the friction force power is in step 7 right here. Okay, so we add them up together. We'll get 4.2296 kilowatts for the total power required to lift the elevator. Disclaimers: the method is correct, however, I do make calculation mistakes. I encourage you to solve it yourself and see if you get the same answer. Now, before we leave, I highly encourage you to save this video onto your PC, just in case this video or channel gets taken down. While I follow all copyright laws, sometimes things happen. You can do this by using snipping tool. If you're on a Mac, use the Mac equivalent of snipping tool. If you never used snipping tool before, follow these instructions. Click on the icon in your taskbar. If it's not there, go to your Windows search, type in snipping tool, open up the program. Click on new. First click on video option, then click on new. Left click and drag the rectangle to cover the YouTube screen. This is just an example. Hit the start button in snipping tool, hit the replay button on YouTube, let the video finish, hit the red square in snipping tool to start recording, and then save your video. Thanks for watching. Hope you had a great day. Be sure to like and subscribe. Share with your friends because this is a made up question, so they probably won't be able to find it. If you got questions, comments, or if you find a mistake in this video, leave it in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you want to support me, become a member or drop a super thanks. Until next time, see ya.